Hello, everybody. How's it going? I was just trying to clear everything off my telephone. Looked up and I said, oh, it's past 6:55. Let me get it started here. Oh, okay, Kathy. We'll catch it in the replay when you get a chance. Hi, Janet. Yeah, I was looking at my phone instead of the clock. Yeah, I'm setting it up as a scheduled event. And then when it's time, I have to be paying attention and go to my dashboard and tell it to go live. But y'all can come in beforehand and chat to one another until I get here. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Pearl. 33rd Avenue. I can't remember your name. I know Mary said it Friday night, but I forgot. I'm sorry. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Mary. Hi, Jerry. It's funny. Y'all came in one right after another. So as you can see, I've got my tray. I went through all of my stuff and tried to find fall-themed doodads to add to my coins when we get to that part. So I've got a little something. I'm going to go over here in just a minute. Hubby says, hi, Becky. Hi, hubby. I want everybody to keep our Lisa Conway in your thoughts and prayers. Her father-in-law's took a horrible tumble, and she's going to stay with her mother-in-law. So she's not going to be here tonight. And we just need to make sure to wish her safe travels and that he gets better soon and they can get everything under control. So this is for later. And I also went on Pinterest and I found some quotes I liked and I printed them off. So I have some basically little journaling spots to add to my coins. So we're going to move that though. And I've got my cereal box here because like I said, I wanted this to be a recycled project tonight. And we're going to do our Dirty Dozen first. And then this will be cut into the 2.5-inch circles. So I was thinking I'd get probably quite a few out of this one sheet. Oh, Judy, I'm sorry to hear that. That is no fun. Do you have braces that you can wear? I have trouble with my hands too, and in this area. And I was told to wear braces at night when I sleep because in your sleep, you do crazy things with your hands and feet. I think Tanya sent this to me. One of y'all sent me cereal boxes. Maybe it was you, Janet. I can't remember who sent me the cereal boxes because we don't eat cereal. We eat oatmeal. I don't think I could smush an oatmeal box this flat. Mary says she's going to work on poster board, and that works. Hi, Judy. Hi, Diana. So who all is going to play along tonight before I tell you what I've got worked up? I did go over mine with just a piece of sandpaper to take some of that gloss off so everything will stick. Hi, Linda. Are you sitting in your cozy, comfy bed watching under the covers? Awesome, Pearl. That's great. Hi, Frana. I'm trying to catch up y'all as you come in. All right. So Jerry's going to try. All right. Okay, Linda. Well, I'm thrilled that you could come. All right, so what I've done is I had a big sheet of art paper, and I went ahead and I created a fall background and cut it up into cards for the prompts for tonight. And y'all helped me come up with 12, and those 12 are right here. But my board was big enough that I had a chance to add 9 additional prompts. So this is the plan. If I draw something from the pile that has 12 and you don't want to do it, you get a second opportunity 9 times. Once we're through this 9 times, you're going to have to make whatever I pull work over here. Does that make sense? So we'll pull one and see what we get. And hopefully I've got them stacked and mixed up in such a way that we'll be doing good. So I'll put the 9 is on my right and the 12 is on my left, and we'll always start with the 12. Now, if, like I said, if I pull something you don't have or you don't want to do, you need to let me know, and I will pull one from the other pile. And if I pull something I don't want to do, I'll pull. But we can only do that 9 times, and then we run out of cards. Fair enough? I'm doing these now once a month at the middle of the month, usually. This is going to help us get started on artist trading coins for swapping this fall. But usually the Dirty Dozen is something I'm going to do in the very middle of the month. Like I did one on the 15th. And then the next one, I don't have my calendar, will be the middle Wednesday of September. All right, is everybody ready to go? And I'm going to try to remember to write these down. Hi, Vicki. And Mary, I got smart and bought me some canned water. This is that cherry lime LaCroix water. That way I won't stick my paintbrush in it. And Kim Marie, if you want to come back and play later, you can follow the prompts that I'm going to put in the description box. I'm going to write them down on this pad. And if we use, if we pull from the other pile, I'll put a little star and I'll add that as the second option after for the 12. Everybody ready? I'm going to pull the first one. I hope everybody's ready, ready, ready. First card says, use a fall-themed napkin. And I had one pulled apart. And I'm hoping I have no gesso. You guys can gesso. Do you guys want to gesso before you start? Because I know not all of us. See, it's not going to matter by the time we bury this sucker. You're not going to see the Cheerios. Okay. Use a fall-themed napkin. I'm hoping since I did sand this that this napkin will fit just great. Hi, Mary Zink. I might have to turn the air conditioner down so it'll quit blowing my napkin. Not down, up. Turn it up. There we go. And y'all will probably be able to hear me a little better. So if you want to gesso yours, feel free to. Lighting looks pretty good. At least it does for me. And hopefully I've got enough fans and stuff blowing on this ancient computer that it won't completely lose you guys this week. And Scott was on the phone with Dell, and they haven't even shipped my new computer yet. So he was not happy. Okay, I got a whack-a-mole on the floor. There we go. kind of surprised that we got the napkin first thing. That's okay. I'm trying a different setup, so I've got you guys setting off to my right instead of off to my left tonight, so that the fan can blow on this computer and hopefully it won't overheat. And I've turned everything else off on it so that it's not trying to do anything except put this up onto the internet. I don't know about y'all. I've been enjoying seeing my friends and family posting pictures on Facebook of the kids dressed in their school clothes. And first days of school, because the kids have all gone back, and the University of South Carolina starts tomorrow or the next day. I think my sister said on the 24th. She teaches at the University of South Carolina. My youngest sister does. She teaches advanced mathematics, calculus, and things like that. And then my other sister, she teaches art to elementary school age kids. And what's funny is I'm the one that wanted to be a teacher when I was a kid. So I teach, but I guess in a different way. I don't know how my sisters do it, especially my one that teaches elementary school kids, because times sure have changed. You just never know when you're going to get an angry parent marching into the school to break you over the coals. But I hope all the kids have a great school year. These are the napkins I found at the Goodwill for 79 cents. I had fun digging through my stash for all the fall stuff. And I'm convinced cats do dream, because Tippy was behind me a little bit ago and he was just growling in his sleep. It sounded like he was about to get in a fight. So I turned around and told him he was okay, that he was in the house, he was safe, and he quieted back down. But it was kind of funny listening to the little guy back there. Oh, there's a gnat got in, and it's blowing right into my face. So my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law were here earlier today. They didn't stay long. My sister-in-law had to come up and sign some legal papers. She's finally getting some houses built in her new endeavor of a neighborhood. So she's finally going to be making money instead of putting out money, and she's thrilled about that. But they didn't stay long because she wanted to get back down to Atlanta. I might tear this one in half. Put part of it, oops, over here. Is that air conditioner really loud for you guys? Because I've got the mic over on the left-hand side. I usually have it on the right. I hate for it to be blowing y'all to the moon. Oh, he's riding the bus and everything. I had to ride the bus when I was in upstate New York growing up. It took forever to get home because we were one of the last stops way back in the bush, as they would say. I was so far back in that we had a feeder bus driver that would come back into our farm, and she would pick us up and drop us where the large school bus could pick us up. Near Binghamton, a little town called Green. Oh, I've got to turn the air back down. Now I'm sweating. Oh, is it her first little guy? First or only? I only had one child. I figured that was enough for me. Oh, that's cool. Wasn't there a commercial on the TV at one time where the parents followed the bus all the way to school? Oh, he's her first. Yeah, that's hard. You studied at SUNY Binghamton? That's cool. I almost went to, what's the ladies college down near the city? Oh, I can't remember it now. It's been many, many years. But it was an all-girls college that I was thinking about going to back in 1982. So it's been a while. No, that doesn't sound right. Vicki, that doesn't sound right. I'll have to look it up and we'll talk about it another time. Cazenovia. It was in Cazenovia? Is that right? Oh, golly, I can't remember. All right, you guys need to let me know when you're ready. Mine's on there. I might dry it a little bit. Oh, Vassar is in Boston. This one was in down near the city. I'm certain that the name of the city was Cazenovia. Or maybe it was Cazenovia School. It's been so long. Jerry's ready. Hi, Linda T. Are you going to play along? The first prompt is use a fall-themed napkin. Yeah, this is just a base, so I'm not too worried about Cheerios peeking through because I figure we'll cover some of this up anyway. All right, mine's done. Thanks, Janet. Awesome, Ruth. That's awesome. Oh my goodness, 3:30? You've been up since 3:30? Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's fine. Jerry's ready. Is anybody else ready? Are we still working on getting our napkins put down? I hope, oh, Janet, did I manage to get the autofocus turned off? I tried. It's Vicky, Jerry, it's Vicky. Okay, so I've got 2 readies. Awesome. This still feels a little cold right here, but Mary's ready, ready, ready. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull the next card. If somebody's still working and you forget what I say next, just ask and we'll tell you what we pulled. All right, so the next one off our number 12 is use cut veggies dipped in paint. Does anybody want me to pull from our bonus pile? Oh, Linda, that's rough. Jerry, it's okay. Not all of us can keep everything straight. I still miss who some folks are to their names. I just know Vicky because I see her on Mary's and I see her on other places. All right, so everybody's cool with using the cut vegetables. So I'm going to go. I forgot to bring my vegetable with me. So let me go. I'm just going to get a piece of celery. I'll be right back. Doesn't tell us what color to use, so I'm going to use cadmium orange. And I've just got the sorry piece of celery out of the middle of the stalks because I didn't want to use my good paint, not my good paint, my good food that needs to be food. Yeah, Mary said she was going to use a stalk of corn, or a what is it? Not a stalk. Ear of corn. Rose came up with this prompt, I think. Oh, and here I thought Mark could be here to use his potato that he's always talking about. I might turn my whole thing just so I get a different perspective. I'm just going to keep going until I've used this paint up that I put out. Of course, I put out more than I needed. Hi, Azur. Yeah, this is the center out of the celery. I just got some of the yellow bits that was in there and left my really green celery. I've about used my paint up. And I forgot to put a bag in my trash can, so I don't want to stick this down in the trash can. I put some newsprint down on the table. Whoops! Well, my celery collapsed. Napkins there are so boring. We can get so many different ones. I feel sorry for anybody that can't get napkins. Azur, we're only on the second one. So the first one was to use a fall napkin, the fall themed napkins. And then the second one was use a cut veggie dipped in paint. That's all you've missed. Thank you, Janet. See, Janet's on the ball, man. She's got it up there. A collapsed veggie. Call 911. There's Mark. I knew you were going to be around here shortly. I was just talking about you, too. About how if you were here, you'd use a potato. That thing collapsed and broke my fingernail, so I'm going to trim my fingernail while I let you guys catch up. There's the potato again. Yeah, but the thing with a potato is you can cut all kinds of different decorations out and make it into a stamp. The only thing is we don't eat white potatoes anymore. So I don't have any in the house. And I grew up eating white potatoes because most of my family's Irish. Potatoes was kind of a staple. Oh. Yeah, I baked 4 sweet potatoes and we're eating on them still. We still have 2 sweet potatoes left in there. Hi, Mary Hill. Kim Marie says she lives in Idaho. She always has some type of potato. Oh, tater tot casserole. I've never made that, but I've seen lots of people enjoy it. I like sweet potato fries, and I bake mine. I don't fry them. I just cut them into French fry shapes and bake them with a little olive oil on them. It's really tasty. Yeah, but white potatoes are not good for somebody with diabetes. They're really not, that you really should not be eating them if you have diabetes. They run your blood sugar to the moon and back. This is what I miss about potatoes, is making a roast beef dinner where you slow cook it with potatoes and carrots and onions. That's something I really miss. And my mother-in-law's gravy. Yeah, and inflammation's a big thing for Scott, especially because he has arthritis in his ankles. And his feet hurt so bad that I try to do all I can to not cause more inflammation on him. Hi, Sharon. Ooh, I might have to try that, Kim Marie. I've not added rosemary to it. Oh, now we're talking food because we're using food to stamp with, and now everybody's tummies are going to be growling. How's everybody doing? Mary, how big a piece are you using? Are you doing one of the great big pieces of paper again? Yeah, this getting old really kind of sucks. Sorry, it does. Uh-oh. We've got Janet's belly growling again. All right, Mary's ready. I'm ready. Anybody else ready? Oh, that's great, Linda. A 14 by 22. That's fairly good size. Oh, what was the first one, Sharon? Use a fall-themed napkin. Scott's uncle said it's not for sissies getting older. Well, I made a, I was going to do stuffed peppers, but then when I cut the peppers in half, they didn't lay right in the pan. So I just chopped them up and put my meat mixture and cheese on top of it. Forgot the enchilada sauce, so I added the enchilada sauce, heated up over the top after it was done. Oh, okay. Poster board, not watercolor this time. Hush, Mark. But it turned out good. And Scott was wanting to know if his mom and sister could have, you know, part of it because they arrived right at lunchtime. And I said, well, they can have some if they want some. I said, but I use the hot taco seasoning, and my mother-in-law does not stomach hot stuff. Okay, I'm going to pull the next card, okay? And Janet's keeping track of them. I'm keeping track of them. So if you need to know a prompt, she and I will do our best to get it to you if you miss something so we can move along, because I want to get this cut up into coins tonight too. All right, next card. Scribble with colors. Now these can be crayons. These can be pastels. They can be colored pencils, markers. Just put some color down. Now, does anybody want to do something off the bonus pile for that one? Or just you're good with that? I'm just going to use Sharpies. I've got my Sharpies still here on the desk, so that'll make it easy. And I want fall colors. So some orange and yellow and red. We'll see if these run like crazy when we do the next thing. It was good. We enjoyed it, Scott and I. Oh, you can't even see the yellow. That's okay. I just won't put a lot. It doesn't show up because of the Cheerio box. All right, I'm done scribbling. Oh, good night, Linda McAllister. Sleep well. Y'all are brave. We haven't had to pull from the bonus pile yet. You don't even own crayons? Well, scribble with something. Just put some scribbles on. Bye. What's the matter, Tippy? Did you get too hot up there? Give Mary a minute to get her big piece of paper scribbled on. I'm ready whenever anybody else is. Your granddaughter keeps you in check with the crayons. I have a huge tin of crayons down at the house because when my son was little, everybody would buy him crayons for birthdays and Christmas and stuff. And we just started dumping the boxes into this tin. So I've got this huge round tin that a fruitcake came in. All right, Mary says ready, ready, ready. 33rd Avenue says ready, ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the next one so we can keep going, so we can get through 12 quickly, so we can turn around and cut these up. So here we go. Use wrinkled tissue paper. And I've got this tissue that somebody sent me something wrapped up. So I'm just going to pull some apart. Now, does anybody need me to pull from the bonus pile? Or are you good? I'm going to ask each time. I think this is some of that Tim Holtz tissue. Trying to make sure I don't have any cellophane tape on here. Let's set that aside. It said wrinkled, so I'm going to Yep, Janet's right. You use it any way you want to. I don't think I'm going to need any more of this. Well, I unfolded that, and now it doesn't want to fold back together neatly, of course. And I need a paper towel to dry my... Oh, I've got this. I don't want to use that soaking wet paintbrush in my matte medium. I'm just going to try to use my water, though, to glue stuff down. That's crazy. Oh, come on. I shouldn't have to whack them all. I've already had this open. There we go. All right. Keep in mind, we're going to chop this up into 2.5-inch circles, so it doesn't have to be super neat or anything because everything's going to get chopped up. not staying very wrinkled. It's wanting to smooth out on itself. It's all right. Buddy, you can't jump up right now. I'm using wet stuff, okay? Oh, he did anyway. I've shut that, sweetie. You're going to have... No. That's got... Come on. All right, come on. You want to go outside? Why don't you go outside for a little bit? I know. You like to be the center of attention, don't you? I know. You want to go outside? Look, the rain stopped. Yeah. We'll play for a little bit. I'll let you come back in a little bit. He gets so jealous when I talk to somebody else besides him. Yep, we're going to cut this up into for our artist trading coins. I figured we could work on this together, and then your coins would be done. You wouldn't have to revisit them. I'm going to walk out in the woods tomorrow morning to show you all this cool fungus that's come up with this last rain. It looks like jelly laying on the ground. Scott showed it to me this morning. And then his mom and sister came, so we didn't get a chance to go back and revisit it. Usually when his sister comes, we go out for some, lunch together, but she wanted to get back and didn't want to do a sit-down meal. I think she wanted to just grab something like at Chick-fil-A or somewhere like that she could grab and go. She's a sales rep for a dialysis company, and so she's used to eating on the fly. Oh, that's cool, Pearl. Yeah, I'm getting enough wrinkles. I'm happy. You got to kind of push it flat down, I know. But I keep thinking about the other prompts we have yet to do because we're only on number 4. And I want to be sure that what we have left to do is going to be able to go down. Does that make sense? Man, some days are better with my brain than others. Scott got the other cabinet built for the laundry room. So hopefully we can get down there and get it set up. I need to spend some time with the kiddo because his birthday is Friday. And he's taken the day off, but we won't be down there till Saturday. So I told him, I said, on your birthday, go do what you want with your friends. And then Saturday you can do something with your dad and I. So we'll see. We'll see what he comes up with. All right, I think I'm going to leave that at that. I don't want to completely lose that, and I'll put those additional balled up pieces aside to use on another project. I'm going to give this a dry. Oh, let's see. No, it's not green. It's orange. That's what makes it so cool looking. And it looks like jelly. If you don't want to make artist trading coins, you could turn this into a journal cover, just like Janet said. Or artist trading cards instead of coins. You can cut them into 2.5 by 3.5 inch rectangles, which is the size of these cards. You never know until you ask. I'll show it to y'all, that fungus, tomorrow. I keep playing with the air conditioning because it blows straight on me here. So I get cold and then I start sweating when I'm using the heat gun. Ooh, a little tacky. All right, this is probably good enough to go on to the next thing. We have so much fungus down here. There's all kinds that all the time. That's a little wet, but it's off the page, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's growing on the, you'd say the floor of the forest. It's on the ground. And we've been getting so much rain that we've had just weird fungus popping up. And Scott knows I love to go and take pictures of it. So, but then his mom and sister pulled up. So, yeah. It is not, Mark. I just washed my hair, so I have no fungus. You make me think of, oh, golly, swamp monster coming up out of the swamp. When I see a ready from anybody, I'll pull the next card. Mark, are you playing along or are you just saying ready so I'll pull the next card? Swamp Thing, yeah. Do you know I've never watched that movie? I've just seen the commercials for it. Just saying. Yeah, Pearl, the key to these is to just keep going. All right, Jerry gave me a great big ready. So I'm going to pull from our, all right, we're getting our first color. Use brown. Brown's about the only color I have left in my paint rack. Been using a lot of paint. This is chocolate brown. I'm just going to spread it with a Bondo spreader. I was naughty last night and we had 4 whole wheat buns left in the house because we bought fish sticks because we were in a hurry, which we never do, but and we had some buns left, so I made bread pudding. And I didn't have raisins, so I used craisins, and I dumped some coconut in it and extra cinnamon, and it was very tasty. And Scott took the rest for his dessert today for his dinner tonight, because last night when he got home from work, he checked his sugar and it was down to like 88. So tonight he's not going to come home with blood sugar of 88 because that bread pudding will not allow it to go that low. And so now all the bread's out of the house again, and I don't have to worry about having any more of it. I'm just spreading this just a little bit because I know we have some other colors in the mix. I'm going to have to go feed the spare cats out on the porch, Mr. Spock and Groucho, because they just keep slamming themselves against the door. So let me go and dump some food at them, and I'll be right back, and that'll give everybody a chance to catch up and get their stuff dry. I kind of like how that looks on where it's catching the wrinkles. Wish I'd actually put more down, but that's okay. I'll be right back. All right, boys, chill out. Now, hi, Howard. Hi, Howie. Okay. Whew. Is Mark being naughty? It looks like skid marks. We'll bury it. We'll bury the skid marks here shortly. Oh, bread pudding is absolutely delicious. It's so easy. You just, I think it was 4 slices of bread, but I just used the last 4 whole wheat buns, and you just rip it up into pieces into your casserole. And I made one about the size of my piece of paper. And then you melt, I think it was 2 tablespoons of butter, and pour that over the bread. Then you sprinkle on your raisins or whatever you want, chocolate chips, coconut, and then you mix up 4 eggs and some milk. I can't remember how much milk. And then cinnamon and vanilla. And you just pour that over and bake it for, like Janet said, about 45 minutes. And it raises up, and it just, oh, it's so yummy. It's not soggy. You bake it long enough that the bread absorbs all of the fluid, and it's just like a it's not runny, it's a custard, really. You're pouring custard filling over your bread, and then it combines together. Usually, yeah, I think that's right. 2 cups of milk. Mark, you sound like my son. He says everything's better with bacon. Yeah, like French toast. Janet, have you ever made that overnight French toast where you put it in and you have to put some type of plate or something to weigh it down. I've not made that. It's always sounded interesting, but I haven't tried that. And now, you know, with us trying to avoid bread. Kim Marie, I highly recommend allrecipes.com for recipes, because every one I've tried off from there is delicious. And I've tried a lot of recipes off from there. Is everybody ready? Yep, allrecipes.com. And it's a free membership. You just sign up on there. You can create a recipe file of recipes you've tried and want to keep. And then you can just go back and go through your own recipe file, online recipe file. It's just awesome. And you can search the site by the ingredients you have on hand, and it'll give you recipes for those ingredients. That's why I love it. All right, I've got some readies. I'm going to give you the next one. Stamp either with a stamp or a household item. So you could use your things that you open jars with. You can use PVC pipe. You can use a rubber stamp. Anything like that. Yeah, Taste of Home is good too. So did everybody get that one? Stamp either with a stamp or a household item. And you can use ink or paint. Y'all remember to tell me when you're ready. Because if you wait around for me to quit yakking, I might just sit here yakking. Meow. Meow. You have food, darling. Yes, you do. Mr. Howard. Mr. Howard. Mr. Howard. Meow. Meow. Hi, baby. Boy. So pretty. Honey, I can't hold you right now. No, I can't hold you right now, buddy. Baby, no, don't do it. Don't, nope, nope, nope. Do not jump up here, Howard. No, Howie. No. We'll put you back outside. I know you want to be held and loved on and all of that. Come here. Okay. I'm going to put you back outside for right now. Okay? Because I'm trying to do something. I know, you look puzzled. Oh, everybody else is here. Don't give me space. I can take you over there. You want to come in? Just did a swap of cats. It's cat herding hour. Sorry, guys. This was a cookie press I got at Walmart on clearance. Put Howard outside and Callie came in. I took a Benadryl last night, so I was knocked out to the world. So Scott had to do the cat herding this morning. So he was made to get up a lot earlier than he normally does. I keep hoping he'll get put back on first, but I'm beginning to have my doubts. Because then I could do mornings and be more alert. This thing makes really cool decoration. I'm just going to go until I've used up my paint I put out. I put out too much paint. All right, I guess that's good for me. All right, let me put her back out now. It does look like candy corn. You ready to go back out? Yes. Come on. You are getting so portly. All right. Yeah, it's free. Okay, everybody's had a snack and gone back out. And I'm freezing again. I know it. Hang on, Jerry. We'll get there. All right. Is anybody ready to go on? Candy corn waffles. There you go. Yeah, man. Sometimes it's like it's like my pick 10 from the other day. I've added the napkin that I didn't use and just covered the page. All right. Use a leaf stencil. Does anybody need a card from the bonus pile? Because I know not everybody has a leaf stencil. You just have to be willing to keep going, Jerry. It's all about keep going. I can pull from the bonus pile of 9 over here in case anybody needs it. Yep, leaf stamp would work too. Mary wants a bonus card. Okay, the bonus card is, oh goodness, add gauze or cheesecloth. That's the bonus card. That's true, Kendra. See if I can find my leaf stencil now. Hoping I put it back. I did not. Well, let's see. Here we go. Tim Holtz leaves. Ooh, man, it gets cold quick. Hi, Ramona. Might have to give Mary extra time if she, oh, you want me to pull another bonus? I can pull you another bonus, Mary, if you want me to. Mary needs another from the bonus pile. Okay. Use orange. And anybody can use the bonus things that I call out. Oh, more orange? You've already... Use a different shade of orange, Mary. What I did is I took the cards and I divided them up like we've been doing, where, you know, divide the stuff up by, you know, what you would like to do first, what you'd like, you'd anticipate doing first, what you would anticipate doing second and third. And then what I did is I took those and pulled 3 away from them and added those to my bonus pile. And then what was left was added to our regular draw. And I did that for each different kind of thing here. So it was a mix up of the ones y'all had given me and the ones that I added to cover the 9 additional prompts. Because there was not a lot of colors given in the prompts that I asked for and they were given to me. So I said, well, I'll just add a few colors and some odd things like the gauze and stuff. See, I have that creepy cloth, and I was thinking I might use some of it. And I have cheesecloth. But I ended up going with the first prompt I pulled that time. As many times as you want to. You stamp or whatever as many times as you desire. And then I'm going to run to the kitchen and just throw this into a pan of water and let it set until we're done. All right, because yeah, this is going to be just a background. Okay, Jerry is ready. Pearl Scissors is looking scary. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull the next card. Mary's going, I hope it's something good. Oh, goodness. Dots of yellow. So anyway, you want to add some dots of yellow. Or do you want a bonus card? Do y'all want to do the dots of yellow, or do you want me to pull something else? Dots of yellow. Mary says that's perfect. Dots of yellow. That's our number 8. So we're almost to a point where we're going to cut it up. And I think I'm going to go with a light yellow. Make my dots. These cats, you guys, have been eating like crazy, and they're all getting heavy, hefty cats. So I think it's going to be really cold this winter. Something to calm it down. A happy yellow would help. There you go. And I'm just going to use my old, these pencils we found in the basement, and the erasers are hard as rocks, but they work great for making dots. Yeah, with this mixed media like this, you just have to be brave enough to keep going. It's like when you're out on a trail and you think you're exhausted, but you have to keep going to get back home. Yeah, this is very much making me think of our comments in that other conversation that was had a while ago. And we were talking about having some place for your eye to rest, like I was talking about with the quilts and stuff. Yeah, this bad boy needs something to help it rest. But by the time they're cut up into 2.5-inch circles, it's like when We, in my quilting group, we do these ugly fabric exchanges, and we go through our stash and we find the most ugly fabric we can find, and we'll send it to our partner. We do a one-to-one partner swap with this. And when the other person gets your ugly fabric, they turn it into something pretty by cutting it up and making it into something. And if you cut an ugly fabric up into strips or rectangles or squares, it really changes the whole dimension of that ugly fabric. And I got out way too much paint, so I'm just going to stop. And I'll have to wipe that on something else. Let's see. I don't have a book handy. Can I wipe that on? I guess I could just flip it over and wipe it on my... Yeah, these three like to make me herd them while I'm trying to do these lives. Usually I've got them coming in and out, in and out. But tonight they're all lined up in a row out there in the yard, just watching cars go by, and they seem quite contented to be out there. Howie wanted me to hold him and cuddle him and talk to him. He's so funny. All right, I'm going to dry this a little and then I'll be ready. I look at this as this is just the background. When I cut it up, I'm going to add things to the top to decorate it. But when I've been looking at these coins that other people have done, they keep them really flat. So I'm thinking I'm going to need to see what I've got in my stash there so I can keep these relatively flat. I want to make them easy to mail. So if we do groups of 6 in the group, that would be a good swap. And we'll be getting way more than 6 out of this, that's for sure. All right. Yep. Mary says, just do like that. You can see, you can move it around and see what you're going to get. It's pretty cool. Thanks, Kim Marie. We still have 4 more to go. Are we ready? Has everybody made enough dots? All right, Jerry's ready. I'm going to pull from our regular pile. Make black lines with a card. Does anybody need a bonus card? Are you good with that? Black lines with like a gift card, credit card, whatever. If anybody wants to do a bonus prompt instead of the black lines with a card, just let me know and I'll pull one. You just don't know what you'll get. I need a card. I guess I'll just use that one. Make black lines with a plastic card. Keep forgetting to write them down. I'm glad Janet's putting them up there to remind me to write it down on my list. Hi, Mitzi. Ew, I got a slug hanging out my black paint. Been craving popcorn, but this old microwave we have here, it just sets it on fire. It won't cook it, so Need more paint. This is that Michael's brand Craft Smart that I don't care too much for. I need to make a couple quilts for gifts. That's why I was asking if anybody would be interested in my offcuts. Like when I trim a block down and I've got the little triangle pieces. Figured I could do up little bags of it and stick it in Happy Mail. But I didn't know if that would be something anybody would be interested in. All right, I'm going to leave that at that. Let's spread this around. Went from not having enough to way too much, and I think I just went off the paper. I did. Oh, no. That's not good. That's not good. I dropped it on the floor. Glad there's not carpet here. Dropped my cleanup rag on the floor. Oh, let me get a baby wipe. I've made a mess on the floor. And I really hate that because it's not my house. I have to really scrub on this table. You have pre-cuts, so you don't have any scraps. Kendra, you would love some. I have a little list going here. What did I do with it? There it is. Yeah, I start from scratch. I have, I need to try to use this fabric stash up. My son's worried he's going to have to deal with it one day, I think. He's like, Mom, you've got an addiction. And Ramona? I've got all my fabric up under our bed up here. I brought all my quilt fabric up in tubs by color, and I have it stored under the bed. Hi, Dawn. Quilting's straight lines for the most. If you just do a quilt with straight lines, squares and rectangles to get started, you could have your first quilt in no time. It's really not that hard. And triangles are a lot easier once you learn to be careful not to stretch your fabric, because when you have a square, the lines are all with the grain of the fabric. But when you have a triangle and you're making two triangles this way, you don't ever want to force the fabric or anything, because you're on the bias of the fabric. And if you push on it, you're going to push one grain in one direction and one in the other. And what will happen is your block will have all these bubbles and waves in it. But I would suggest, if you want to get into quilting, to try like a simple 9 patch. It's 9 squares. You can do 2.5-inch squares. And because when you're quilting, you use a 1/4-inch seam allowance. So if you start with 2.5-inch squares, your block will have a finished measurement of 6 inches. So you'd have little 6-inch blocks that way. Or you could use 4.5-inch squares, and you'd end up with a 12-inch block. Super easy. And they're straight. I'll have to see if I can put together some Happy Mail envelopes of scraps. I got Dawn Bosch, you're already on my list here. Yeah, a lot of the Walmarts took them out, and now I'm hearing from my sister that works at Walmart that some of the stores are getting it back because they got so many people complaining about that. And a lot of them are switching to selling just the pre-measured and ready to go stuff. All right, so I'm getting some readies. So let's pull number 10. This is number 10. Add metallic leaves. Does anybody need a bonus? That was, I think Ruth gave me that one. So you can use metallic paint or something else. Oh, Jerry, you want a bonus. Okay, let's pull one from the bonus pile. Use gold. So you can use gold in any way you want to. Bonus on that one was use gold. So Mary, you can do either one or both if you wanted to. I'm going to use gold myself because I have metallic leaves I want to add later. So I will still use that prompt, just not right now. I might even. Mary says,